Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the briefing for Wednesday, the 10th of July. So, the synoptic situation today, if we just go back overnight, you can see this occlusion just slightly to our west. As we roll this through to midday today, it's on over towards the east coast. So I think we're just seeing some lingering effects of that at the moment with a little bit of just quite a lot of cloud really, and some drizzle around, but nothing that's going to affect us too much. As we go into the afternoon and this has gone through, it's clearing up a little bit. You could almost say we've got high pressure building from the west. And generally the afternoon is looking nice today. There should be some soaring, although the wind, I think, is going to make that a little bit more tricky. Notice that at midday, the isobars is quite close together. Midnight tonight, less so. Tomorrow, now looking like quite a nice day. Clearer fronts, high pressure building, more from the west. And it looks like quite a good soaring day. Wind today, 240 to 250 at flying height at 20 to 25 knots, so quite brisk, and that puts us on runway 23. That's current stat pick. Sort of some clearance down to the west. You see Cornwall looks quite nice at the moment. Otherwise, it's a very cloudy outlook. So it's going to take a while for this to burn back, really, to anything meaningfully better. But it will get there eventually. It looks like it should break up into sunny intervals this afternoon. Rainfall radar, you can see a few little bits around, sort of a line up here just to our west. We might get caught by the edge of a light shower this morning, but I think we'll be quite unlucky. If we just roll through the forecast. Sweet. You can see showers running through this morning. As we go into the afternoon, drying out. Still a very small chance of a shower by the looks of it, but looking much better into the afternoon. Yeah, low to moderate chance for a very light shower this morning, looking at this. Public forecast then, showing it to be pretty cloudy this morning, 30% chance of rain around midday, and lifting into sunny intervals this afternoon. Just give that a refresh, see if they've changed their mind. Not really. Top temperature of 19 or 20 degrees, hooray. And a fairly steady breeze from the southwest. And then notice the gusts increasing quite a lot by about midday, showing 27, 28 knots here. And certainly if it does get thermic, that will increase some of the gusts quite a lot. Last week we had a similar day to today, we actually recorded a 34 knot gust. So it may get quite brisk this afternoon. We'll come back to that. Temperatures around midday, 19, 20 degrees, notably cooler up to the north. Dew points set around 12 or 13, so there's a reasonable split there. That's not working. That's also not working. Well, that's a view a couple of hours ago. I don't think it's changed too much. Farnborough's METAR made an hour ago, scattered at 2,500 feet, 8 knots from the southwest. They've put a prop 30 here for this morning for broken clouds at 1,400 with some rain showers. Let's have a look at Odium's. 12 knots from the southwest. They're showing few at 1,200, broken at 3,500. Temporary until 11 a.m. for scattered at 1,200 feet. 40% chance all day of 15 knots from the southwest with gust up to 27. That's quite notable. And a prop 30 until 2 p.m. of scattered at 2,000 feet. Quite a long taff there. None of that is too bad, but they're kind of saying it could go either way by the looks of it. So potentially some lower cloud this morning. It does look quite windy. Okay, there's your potential flight distance today on Top Meteo. Looks reasonable in the Lasham area, better out to the west. I'll be impressed if anyone can get down to the west in sort of towards Plymouth direction, but it does look better down there. If we look at thermals, 10 a.m., convection to about 2,000 feet. Towards midday, a little bit better, up to about just over 3,000 feet. And going into the afternoon, potentially 4,000 feet if we're lucky. Looks a little bit steadier down to the west, 1,400 meters and a little bit bluer. Lasham site forecast showing usable thermals by about 11, 12 o'clock, up to about 2 to 2,500 feet above the ground, lifting to about 3,500 feet into the afternoon. Have a look at SkySight's forecast. Similar, I don't think it's quite as good in the Lasham area. You can see actually nothing here, but we're very close to a slightly better area. But they're also showing it to be quite a lot better down into the West Country if you can find your way out there. So if we look at a point forecast for Lasham, yeah, it's not showing it to be too bad. So thermal strength about 2 knots by midday, 2 to 3 knots into the afternoon. You see the cloud generally going up, but quite a lot of low cloud it's showing. Soarable height above ground level up to about 2,500 feet into the afternoon, and then just over 3,000 feet, 3,500 feet by later afternoon. So reasonable, but I don't think there's much to be had out of it. Okay, NOTAMs, nothing much to affect. Some paragliders, which I'll be surprised with the wind. If you are managing to go down to the west, 2 danger areas, Merivale and Willsworthy, are both active. Otherwise, I couldn't really see anything on here that was relevant. In case you are going up this way, Western on the Green is active, but that looks like it's at night only. So you know, nothing really going on today that's going to bother us. Okay, setup. As I mentioned, it's going to be on 2-3, launch point in the normal position here. And the winch cable is probably just running down the edge of the runway, about there somewhere, winch launching off the grass. Aero towing will be off the grass on the other side of the runway as normal. But remember, it's not on the runway, we're on 2-3. And all landings in the direction of 2-3, please. Expect we'll be on 2-3 all day. Okay, serviceability, we've got 5 K21s, 2 K13s, 2 baby drops, and all 3 discuses. No movements today. Strong wind, please be very conscious of that, especially on 2-3. Remember the clutching hand effect, and we have very strong sink and turbulence behind the trees. So keep the approaches nice and high with lots of air brake and lots of speed. If at any point you think you're undershooting even slightly, please put the brakes away, wait until you're closer in, and then reopen them. Ground handling, particularly important with the wind today. Hopefully you've all had a chance to read that updated document by now. If not, please make sure you do before coming out today. Be particularly careful of canopies today, especially rear canopies on the K21s. We'll probably need to have someone holding the canopies while the instructor gets in and then put the canopy down straight away. And similarly, given we're launching directly into wind, we'll probably put a tyre on the wing to hold the wing down the other side of the cables. Otherwise, when you do your control checks, certainly later on, the glider will start moving around. Simulator serviceable if it's needed. And just a reminder, you probably all saw the email, cafe will be closed from about 1 p.m. onwards up to about 5 p.m. As soon as the power is reinstated, it'll be open again, but they've said 1 till 5. Right, I'll see you out there. Looks like a reasonable day. Bye for now.